afternoon where I am. Welcome to the live stream. Hanging out here on a gorgeous, it's gorgeous, Texas day. It's only 91 degrees right now in the garage. People are out trimming and mowing. You might hear that somewhere in the background. Look at that sky. Nice blue sky. What a great day. Not a good day to stand outside though, I gotta say that, because I would get fried. It is very sunny out there. You might hear the camera going off. Anyway, just thought I'd step in here for a little bit. I know it's hopefully around lunchtime for somebody somewhere. Need to get the screen up on my iPad so I can see what's going on. Looks like a commercial for, I don't even know what, fruit? I don't know, something about pests. Must be fruit pests or something like that, I don't know. But anyway, I want to get on here. Before I get started, I have been using a new camera, this little thing. It's pretty cool. The camera part here itself comes out, so you can put it on your hat or stick it somewhere else or whatever. It's pretty neat. The quality seems to be really good. Better microphone than what I have on the iPhone, I think, or even the external mic that I sometimes use. So it's pretty cool. I've done a few POVs with this and I've caught a little flack about that. Apparently I move around too much and I'm making people sick. I don't know, it's very odd. By the way, if you're just coming on, hit that thumbs up button, show me that you're here, say hello, anything, something, so that I'm not standing here by myself. Jack, hey Jack, what's up buddy? Hola amigo, good to see you live. Good to see you, I haven't heard from you for a while. I hope everything's going okay for you, man. But what I wanted to talk about, of course, if you read the description and you saw the title of the live stream, RobMotive under attack. And I'm under attack, which most YouTubers are. I mean, sooner or later, and it seems to happen when you're small or mid-size, nothing in between. But sooner or later, you're gonna come under attack. And I don't mean by just the trolls and people out there, because that's like a daily thing. You know, those folks like to make themselves feel better by trying to make you feel worse, I guess. I don't know, I don't get it. Paul Black, ahoy fellow landlubbers. Arr. Hey Paul, what's up buddy? Dennis Shotwell, you're great. I watch all the time. I appreciate that, Dennis. I really do. The Factor, good afternoon. Love your vlogs. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you to everybody for watching. I mean, I really do appreciate it, right? So anyway, this has been happening frequently, and it happens every time I put out, almost every time I put out a video on the pedal commander. You can see it sitting right back here. And yes, product placement. There is a discount code down below. If you want to save 30 bucks on it and pick it up, you won't regret it. But when I put videos out about the pedal commander, nice to see you again, sir, Robert Shaw. Hey, Robert, how you doing, buddy? But when I put videos out about that, I get attacked. I get attacked by the tuners, and I understand why. Because obviously, if you're not going to risk taking your truck to a tuner to have them get in there and scramble your truck's brain, then you're probably going to go for a pedal commander, right? It's the #1 throttle controller out there. And if you're not familiar with the pedal commander, real quick, it gets rid of throttle lag. There's 36 different settings, I believe. There's an eco mode too. All kinds of different things you can do with it. But primarily for me, it gets rid of throttle lag so that when I hit the gas, it goes, right? That's all it does. That's what it does. You know, people get on and they ask about gearing and messing with crawl control, all these other things. And I'm like, it does not affect the ECU in any way. It doesn't mess with the programming in your truck. That's what I like about it. It simply gives you a faster relay when you hit the accelerator because it's all drive-by-wire, right? Gets rid of that built-in throttle lag in the Tacoma and gives you the power that you should have, what you paid for, right? But anyway, the tuners, I'm sure they don't like me. Why would they like me? I mean, you know, I'm taking their business away probably. But for good reason. You know, tuners, let's forget about the bad tuners, all right? Because you know they're out there. There's bad people in every field. You know, medical, bad doctors. There's a lot of them in prison for bad things. Let's forget about those people. Let's say you get a good tuner. Let's say you go ahead and get the truck set up and you're happy with it at the moment because you know everything that's a change that's new feels good, right? And I can give you an example. I've had people that have bought the Toyota Tacoma back here and they loved it when they drove it, and then they got it home, they didn't like it anymore. They didn't fit in it, they didn't like the visibility, they didn't like the ride. They didn't like the lag. Could have saved them a lot of money if they just would have put a pedal commander in it, but whatever. So anyway, you get a good tuner, he does the job, you love it that day, you drive it away, and then a few days later, after you get used to it, you realize, I don't care for this so much. I don't like it anymore. Well, what are you gonna do? You can't change it yourself like you can with the pedal commander. You just change the setting, right? You have to get a hold of that tuner again. Now, you hope they're still around. They're not somebody who was a fly-by-night that just jumped in and then jumped out, because good luck, you're never gonna find them. Or maybe they're hurting for money a little bit. They don't wanna do that retune for you for nothing. Or maybe they're gonna charge you something anyway. Then you pay more money. Make sure if you do that, that you have something in writing that you can have so many retunes, recalibrations, whatever, so that you're not paying them for it. But anyway, let's say it's a great tuner, it's free, you just don't like the setup because you're particular. You've driven it for a while, you've gotten comfortable, now you don't like it. So now you got to find this person. Let's say they're reputable, they still exist, you find them, you got to go meet with them. You got to hope second time around they don't scramble your truck's brain. I saw somebody who was doing one once, and he was talking to the tuner, he made a video as he was doing it, and the word lobotomize was used. Well, hopefully we don't lobotomize your Tacoma. That's a bad thing. You don't want your truck to be lobotomized, right? Just the fact that he brought that up, to me, I'm thinking, that's like going in and having new tires put on, and the guy says, gee, I hope they don't go flat before you leave. What? Why would they go flat? Why would you lobotomize my truck? Is there that much risk that you bring it up? And he went on to mention a couple of other things. Now, forget about the lobotomy that you've just paid $400, $500, $600 for, depends on where you live and who you go to. What about warranty? You can check out Pedal Commander's site, they address warranty. Well, what about when you take your Tacoma in for something that's wrong, like electrical or something with the ECU, or who knows, let's say your ECU fizzles out. Well, they're gonna know you have a tune, right? They're not gonna cover you. And it makes sense to me. Why would they cover you? You've messed with the programming of the truck. You've changed the parameters. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. No way, they're not for me. I like to be able, when possible, to manipulate and change things when I want to. If I were to get a tune and didn't like it, I'd be pretty PO'd that I had to go back and waste my time screwing around to have somebody mess with it again. But what if you don't like it the second time? Maybe you decide, you know what, that first one was good. I really do like that. Now you got to go back again. How many times do you figure that tuner's going to let you come back for free before they say, you know what, this guy's nuts? Maybe you're just sensitive, I don't know. But I'm not doing it anymore. We're going to have to start talking about a little bit of money. No way, not for me. I don't trust it. And even if I did, I want to be able to change it myself, and I don't want to have to worry about warranty. I mean, why mess with it? Plus, it's like two times the money of the Pedal Commander. And if you use my discount code, it saves you $30. It's down below again, by the way. Yeah, I'm going to turn this into a commercial. Why not? Because I feel so strongly about it. And I have to say, 99.9% of the people that have gotten back to me after they've gotten the Pedal Commander are just blown away by it. They love it. That 0.1%, I attribute it their dislike to they didn't install it right. You have to follow the directions. You know how people are, right? We're impatient. We don't want to wait for the truck to shut down before we start doing things. Maybe after you let the truck shut down, I mean all the way down, it can take 45 minutes to an hour, they accidentally bump the power seat and reactivate everything. That means you start the clock all over again. I had somebody do that. They sent me a message, they got it, they were installing it, they hit the stupid seat thing, lights flashed up again, and they asked me, should I wait? And I said, yes, you should wait. You've reactivated the system. Follow the directions. Anyway, love the device. Now, let me catch up on comments. There's another front I've been under attack on when it comes to the Pedal Commander. This one just blows me away. But let's catch up with the comments real quick, and then I'll get back to it. Wee Fergie says, I loved my Pedal Commander. There you go. There's a real example there. I don't know Fergie. I know him from the channel, but I don't know him personally. I didn't pay him to say that. He just jumped on the live stream, right? Robert Shaw, thumbs up. Frank AM, he's laughing. I know. It is laughable, isn't it? We Fergie, I'd rather have a bottle in front of me instead of a frontal lobotomy. Victor De La Rosa, you're right, but need to get back to work. Keep up the good work. Can't wait to see what you say about the new redesigned 2024 Tacoma. So the other area that I'm under attack, it's with the other throttle control companies. You know, every once in a while you get somebody come on and they will start spamming different posts. By spamming, I mean they go out and they look at different posts, or they pull up different posts, different videos for me, and then they'll cut and paste the same comment over and over and over and over and over again, pushing a different product. Now, half the time I think they're probably related to the ownership of that other product, right? I mean, otherwise, what's their motivation? Why would you, I mean, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't get on somebody's channel and just spam the same comment 15 times unless somebody was paying me or I owned the company, right? But that's what happens. They get on and they do that, and it's blatantly obvious. But the funny thing about it is those comments are blocked. They're never seen by anybody except me. And of course, I delete them because I don't allow free advertising on my channel. I mean, think about it for a minute. Let's say that you own a store. I don't know, a small store somewhere, and you're selling, I don't know, 6 packs of Pepsi, let's say. Pick a drink, Mountain Dew. And some guy down the street, he somehow got a whole truck of 12 packs of Mountain Dew. And he comes in and sits them in your shop with a sign on them, and it's a different price. I'm not gonna say it's a better deal, because who knows? You get more of them, but it's probably gonna cost you more in the end. He's trying to do that for free. He's trying to use your space that you created, set up, took the risk on, put your money into, blood, tears, and sweat to advertise his product for free, and you get nothing for it. I mean, does that make any sense to you? It doesn't make any sense to me. But that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to utilize your product, in my case, my channel, to benefit themselves or another company. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, and it's pretty damned arrogant to do that, isn't it? To think that you can go out to something that somebody else created and try to push your product without any respect or remuneration for the person that created it. Not that I would do it anyway, because in my opinion, speaking of throttle controllers, Pedal Commander's number one. Why in the world would I start pushing some other product now? There's no reason to do that. When you've got the best, you can't get any better, right? Doesn't make any sense to me. But those are the two areas where RobMotive, the channel, or me, excuse me, has been under attack. Again, what the funny thing about this is these people go out and they like to do it either late at night or early in the morning. And they do that because they're hoping that you're not on, that you won't catch it. They think that you're sleeping so they can at least get some publicity out of it before you realize what's going on. But you see, that's where expertise comes in. They're not very smart. They don't understand YouTube, and they don't understand that you can block these things out so that they never go out. So they're wasting their time. I realize it doesn't take a lot of time to cut and paste something that you've already typed up. You do have to do it initially. But once you've got it done, you just copy it and paste it to as many videos as you can. It's pretty funny. I also love the other channels that try to utilize me, for example, and how wrong I am about something. Not necessarily throttle controllers, it can be anything. What they're trying to do is draw attention by dogging me, and what they'd really like me to do is to acknowledge them. They would love to have me acknowledge them on my channel, and even better, go to their channel and say something. It's such a joke. It's a real joke. I mean, if you want my help, ask. But don't come to the table with just your hand out and nothing in it. I mean, it's got to be a two-way street, right? That's just good business. Anyway, I just wanted to get that off my chest. It's been happening again lately. Some person has decided that they needed to start spamming my channel for the good of a different product. I don't know. And they're a YouTuber. You would think, since they're a YouTuber, that they would know what the hell they're doing, right? They need to become a little bit more familiar with the platform, I suppose, before they waste their time doing such stupid things. By the way, we've got 13 thumbs up and 33 people on here. Anybody else, like that? Lets me know you're here at least. Lets me know you like the live stream. I hope you do. Let's catch up with some comments. I think there's just a couple more. Alex says, how much better would the pedal commander make towing? Well, you would have instant acceleration when you hit the throttle. You wouldn't have a lag. And I would think if you're trying to pull in or out of somewhere, that would be beneficial. I'm not a big time tower, so, you know, there's not much I can really tell you with that. But I do know that when you want to go, you want to go. So when you want to hit the gas, or when you hit the gas, you want it to respond. You don't want to hit the gas and then have a sudden lurch because it takes that second or two for the Tacoma to catch up. So I would think, my personal opinion, that it would be beneficial. But somebody else maybe who has it that tows can chime in and give us a real world example or information on that. Paul Black, hasta la pasta, my dudes. Got to get back to the office. Keep up the good work, Rob. Paul, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it, buddy. I hope you have a great rest of your day. The weekend is coming. It's Thursday. You only have one more day. Unless you have one of those jobs like I used to have where it's 7 days a week is what's expected. And holidays. And anytime. I don't know. Wee Fergie says, since finding your channels, I have nothing but nice things to say about you and your videos. You do, and I appreciate that. You know, I try to keep it straight, try to keep it above board. I mean, I'm never going to get on here and publicize or rep something, let's say. I mean, I am an affiliate for Pedal Commander. I've admitted that. Every time I've done a video, there's a promotional note that comes up at the top of the screen. I'm not hiding anything. But even so, I'm not going to get on here and push a product that sucks. I mean, that wouldn't be well for me, right? I mean, you might sell a handful initially, but then the jig is up, right? It's like, this doofus is only in it for the money. That's not true. No way. I can't do that. I couldn't survive if I did that. When I talk about a product that is so awesome, like the Pedal Commander, it's because it's awesome. And if it wasn't, I would tell you. I have talked about other products on the channel that are not awesome, like the train horn I had that really sucks. But anyway, there's no reason to do that in my opinion. You're going to be in it for the short run if you do stuff like that. So, Ed F, what's the longest you've had Pedal Commander installed? On my mother's, let's see, is that right? Which one's that on? No, it's on this truck. And my gray one as well. So I think it's been about a year, something like that. It was about a year ago that I first decided to try Pedal Commander. I had something else prior to that. I tried Pedal Commander, and I've told this story before, coincidentally, and it was. I had bought a Pedal Commander, and a day or two after that, Pedal Commander actually contacted me. I think it was a day after or that same day. Now I am assuming, and this is an assumption, that they didn't become aware of me because I placed the order. I mean, I placed it online. I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't tell anybody who I was. Matter of fact, when I placed it, I didn't even give the channel name or anything. I just bought it under my name. So they could not have known who I was. I don't think anyway. But it was all coincidence. I bought it because I wanted to try it. What I liked more about it was the bigger controller and the Bluetooth functionality, which I've mentioned before. That's what I like better about the Pedal Commander as opposed to the other ones. You can control it with your phone. That's slick. I think it's pretty neat. And it's a pretty cool interface too, man. Let's see. Now I gotta go back. Robert Shaw, any updates on your wife's ear problem? Oh my God. She goes to the doctor. They stick this thing in her ear to look, you know, the scope, I forget what they're called, and he can't find anything. He doesn't see anything. So she leaves. And I said, well, didn't they irrigate your ear anyway? She said, no, they didn't do that because he couldn't find anything. And I said, what? A while back, I did the same thing, and I knew something was in my ear, 2 of them. So I knew it was done. The same thing happened. They stuck their scope. They said, well, we really don't see anything. And I said, it's there. I know it's there. Can we just go ahead and irrigate the ear anyway? They did, and 2 little cotton balls popped out. So I'm thinking she still has something in her ear. She should have spoke up. I should have told her. I didn't think about it at the time, but they said nothing was there. I don't know. I tell her that all the time. There's nothing in her head, but she doesn't usually like that. Mickey Tate, you do a great job, by the way. How does Pedal Commander affect warranty? Check out their site. According to Pedal Commander, it does not affect warranty. I have taken, not this truck, but my last truck in and had oil changes and stuff done with it sitting on the screen, if you remember, or on the dash, the gauge cluster area, the front dash part, whatever you call that. They never said a word about it to me. Changed the oil under warranty. But anyway, Pedal Commander addresses that much better than I can, so just check out pedalcommander.com. And you can read all about it. Frank AM, I enjoy your channel, honest opinions, keep up the good work. Thanks, Frank. I try. I can only tell you the way that I see things. Some people don't like it, like the tuners, they don't like it. But that's my opinion. That's the way I feel, and I think it's a logical opinion. So it is what it is. What can I say? And even, I will tell you, if a tuning company approached me and wanted me to pub their product, I get a free tune out of it and then a discount code and all that where I get a kickback, I wouldn't do it. You're never gonna see that on my channels because it's just not worth it to me. I'd be out of business because I'd be lying, right? You know how I feel. That's not gonna change. Let's see. Ed F, I have the Pedal Commander, but I'm always concerned something's going to happen, but so far it's working great and I love it. I think that's natural when you put something new in, no matter what it is. Like I said, I'm on about a year now, 2 different trucks with the Pedal Commander in it. Have not had any issues. There's no reason to have any issues. All it does is get rid of the throttle lag. That's it. It does not affect your ECU, the brains of your truck. So, let's see. Seth Clement, I'm tossed about buying a 2023 TRD Pro or get a 2024 off-road premium non-hybrid. Any insight? I'll be selling my 21 Limited to get into one of the others. That's tough. You know, there's a lot of unknowns about the 24 that's coming. Power, of course, reliability, quality. We don't know anything about that. We're not going to know anything about reliability or longevity until years pass, right? But I don't know. I think it's going to be equivalent, maybe, to what we have without the Pedal Commander. Although I don't know that the new truck will have any lag. It's a different system. It's got a turbo in it. Hopefully it doesn't, but it might. And if it does, you know what to do, right? Right back there. Hard to see where I'm pointing in the camera. Me personally, I'm waiting for the hybrid version. I'm going full bore. I'm going to buy a hybrid Tacoma as soon as they're available, because I'm just going to jump over the interim, and that's what it would be for me as an interim truck if I got the 4-cylinder turbo. I'm sure it's going to be fine and it's going to be a quality truck, but in the end, you got to decide. I mean, you know what you're getting with the 2023, right? You don't know what you're getting with the 2024, so kind of depends on your level of risk, I suppose. Dennis Shotwell, what do you think about radio interface kits like Crux? And I think there is one other too. Are you talking about those where you can play movies and get Netflix and all that kind of stuff on your radio? I'm not real sure what you mean. Those, hey, why not? I mean, if, by the way, there's that hearts thing down there in the corner. It's on one of the corners. If you hit that hearts thing, it shows you like the stream too, I guess, or something. Still got to click that thumbs up, but let's get those hearts going. It doesn't cost you anything. So I don't know. Is that what you mean? Robert Shaw, he's laughing. Jurel, I'm sorry, I know I'm butchering it. Strickland, I got the last name right. When you buy a truck, MSRP, how do you handle all the add-ons? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Are you saying you're trying to get it for MSRP and they've added things on? There are some things they will remove if you get the truck early enough. If they've already bought it and stuck it in, you're probably screwed, although you might get some discount on that kind of stuff. But I'm not sure exactly what you mean there. Let's see. Andrew said something and went away. I don't know. Kay Cassidy, nice. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Seth Clement says, thanks, Rob. I hope it helps, Seth. I know it's a non-answer, but it's really a personal thing, man. I don't know what your level of risk is or what you're going to do with the truck and how well you like the current version, the 3rd gen. So it's kind of your call, man. Ellery Bice, be nice to you, robot girl Rob. Otherwise, loneliness may arrive in your life. A philosopher we have here, or a poet maybe. Um, yeah, the robot, because I've had Krista in some of the videos holding up subscribe signs and things as a robot, right? Um, I try to be nice. I'm being nice. I'm just telling it how it is. You know, it's how I am. It's what I try to do anyway. Michael Rose, keep up the good work. Michael, I appreciate that. Thank you for the kind words. Dennis Shotwell says, yes. Okay. I've seen them. I don't have one. I toyed with the idea of getting one just for video purposes, but that's all it would be for. Honestly, I wouldn't use it. If I was going on a long distance trip, I probably would not take the Tacoma anyway. I would take something else, so it wouldn't really hold any value for me. And that's the other thing. What are you going to do with it? Do you have little kids? Are they going to watch it? I mean, you can't watch it. You're supposed to be driving, right? I don't know. But things like that are neat too. I do think it's kind of neat. So, Ryanu Asada, what are your thoughts for the 2024 Tacomas for the Pedal Commander installation? I don't know. Until I have one, I don't know if it's necessary. I mean, if you don't have throttle lag, I don't know if it's necessary, although it does have some other features. So we'll have to see. I can't answer that until I experience the truck myself. If it has throttle lag, or you want to increase fuel economy with eco mode and some other things, then certainly. But it depends on what you're going to do with it, I suppose. For me, if it has throttle lag, it's a no-brainer. It'll have a pedal commander in it very, very quickly. Andrew, what are your thoughts about the Tundra? Would you get one? I have had 1, 2, 3 Tundras. I love the Tundra. I am liking the new Tundra more. I did not like it at first, but the more I see them and the more people do to them, the more I'm starting to like them. So would I get one? I wouldn't not get one if I needed it. How's that? If I was in the market for a full-size pickup, I would get a Tundra. I most likely wouldn't get anything else, although I do like Ram. I like the looks of the Ram, but they scare me with reliability and problems, so I would get a Tundra if I needed one. Let's see. I've lost my spot. Andrew, what are your thoughts? Oh, I just read that one. Robert Winther, I've been watching your videos for years. Keep them coming. Now that is what I want to hear. That is awesome, and I appreciate that. Hopefully I keep it fresh enough. Or maybe I'm just goofy enough. I don't really know. But anyway, I appreciate that, man. That's awesome to hear. It really is for me. For a content creator to have somebody involved with the channel for years, what more can you ask for, man? Fergie says, gotta run. Have a great holiday weekend. Hey, you too, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Alec Frias. I'm going with Frias. Apologize if I get it wrong. Let's see. Ever had any overheating issues doing off-roading in serious heat? I am not a big-time off-roader, so the answer to that would simply be no. I could see how that would happen if you're into areas that were really stressful on the truck, especially in the kind of heat that we have down here in South Texas, but I'm not a big off-roader, so I'm not really a good person to ask about that. Bill Metzger, how much are the new taillights? You're talking about the wind jets I have. I think they were just under $300, something like that. And they're not new. I had them on the Voodoo Blue, I had them on the Magnetic Gray, and now they're on this truck. So the good thing about the 3rd gen Tacomas is they're all the same. So you just keep recycling parts. And they look really awesome on this truck, by the way. But yeah, I believe they're under $300, something like that, if I recall. The Guzzler. That's very true. I didn't like them at first, but started liking them after seeing them a lot. Yeah, that's the thing. They've grown on me, man. I wasn't a big fan of the truck, but now there's some really sweet looking builds out there. You know, you put some bigger tires on it, kind of have a negative offset, increase the stance just a little bit, you know. They look pretty sweet. So yeah, I'm digging them a lot more, man. Ed F, one of my favorite mods is the left grab handle. I use it more than I thought. Yeah, if it's there, you're going to grab it. And it beats grabbing the steering wheel. In this truck, I actually have a new one sitting there that I never used. It's the wrong color. It wasn't for this truck. It's black, so it's brand new in the box. It's version 2, I believe. But I never got one for this truck, only because of the the stress in putting them in. It can be very complicated. I heard from somebody recently who got the version 2 and tried to put it in, couldn't get it in, gave up and returned it. Spent hours, gonna have a sip here. Spent hours trying to put that thing on and never could get it. And I can relate. I know it can be very frustrating. Andrew, do you plan on changing your front bumper? I do. But I haven't been able to find anything I like better than the, the one I had on the magnetic gray metallic. I can't remember the name of it right now. Oh, geez. The one I had on the magnetic gray metallic. I love that bumper on the truck. I haven't found anything any better that I like. So if I do, I should say when I do, it's going to be the same thing, most likely. I'd really love to try something else, but there's just nothing else out there that I like as much. So why? I'd be settling. Alberto Alanis, why is Rob getting attacked? I'm not going to run through the whole thing. I ranted on that for a while, so rewatch the live when it's done. You can see in the beginning, but basically has to do with tuners and other throttle control companies trying to advertise on my channel. That basically, but if you want to hear all the ranting, then make sure you check out the video once it posts up to YouTube. I will let it post after this is done, so you can check it out if you want. Mikey Tate, by the way, also been watching for years. Awesome, thank you. My wife knows you as RobMotive. Sounds like a robot. I appreciate that. You can call me whatever you want. I don't care, but if you keep watching, that's what I want. You call me whatever you want to call me. And I like that. That's kind of funny. John Conway, should they keep making the 3rd gen when they release Gen 4? They won't buy. Would you like to see this? No, I don't think so. I like the 3rd gen, but companies have to move forward to survive. And I definitely want Toyota to survive, right? I don't want them to go away. So they have to keep moving forward. Somebody commented on the channel recently about that. A rumor they heard about Toyota continuing to produce the 3rd gen. That is not going to happen. Toyota is not going to run 2 parallel assembly lines for different model trucks. This doesn't make sense to me. Nor does it from a business standpoint. They're not going to do that. You may see some 3s still coming, 3rd generation, still coming when the 4th gen comes out, but that's only because they're finishing out the line. They're completed. They're almost done, but they are not going to do that. And no, I really don't care to see that. I mean, if I didn't want the new one, I'd keep what I have, you know. And there's going to be an abundance of used Tacomas out there for a while. I mean, it's the #1 truck. They sell a gazillion of them. So it's going to be several years before anybody runs out of used Tacomas as an option to buy if you don't want that turbo version. So unless, of course, the government says no more naturally aspirated engines and they junk them all. I mean, I don't know. Andrew, you should look up the Tacoma front winch bumper strike. I'll have to check it out. I'm not familiar with it by that name anyway. Uno says, Roberto, just like that. Who's attacking you? I'll take care of them for you. It's the aftermarket tuners. The tuners don't like me, and I understand why, because I would never get their product and would certainly put the pedal commander in instead. And the rival throttle controller companies. If you want to know more, my probably way too long rant, just check out the live stream when it re-ups. I'm going to reload it. Nobody's hitting that heart button. I'm going to hit it myself. There, I'm giving myself some hearts. You see that? I am doing this. You guys got to hit that heart thing. For some reason, YouTube must like it. I don't. You can choose other things. You can smile. You can celebrate. You can look confused. You can do 100. I'm not sure what they all for, but if you wouldn't mind, I mean, I think it does something. I don't know. It doesn't cost you anything. It's not like you hit the heart and I get $50 or something. I mean, that would be nice, but no. Uno says, okay, tuners. Yeah, tuners. I mean, I don't have anything against it. If you want to tune and you really like it, then so be it. It's your truck. I mean, People get so upset. Again, it's the tuners, I'm sure, but they get upset. Oh, the tune is so much better. Then get it. I mean, you know, I'm not controlling your wallet or what you put on your truck. If you want it, get it. I just would never do it, and I think it's too much of a risk for a lot of reasons. I'm not going to rehash everything, but if you want to see from the beginning, just go ahead and jump on after it's done. Fred says, why do people actually want a pedal commander when all it actually does is open up, oh, here we go, wait a minute, let me shrink that, is open up the throttle plate more than your foot. If you want to go further, just push your foot down further. Fred. The Toyota Tacoma has a built-in throttle lag. You can stomp the accelerator to the floor, and there's going to be a hesitation before it does anything. It's going to look back at you and go, what the heck, man? What the pedal commander does is eliminate the throttle lag. Now, if you don't have any problems with throttle lag, I guarantee you have it if you have a third-gen Tacoma, then you're golden. But otherwise, that's what it does. It gets rid of that lag so that when you hit the gas, so while you are pushing it further, it's going to be a seamless all the way down to the floor process, not wait, go, now. You have to be sensitive to these things. I mean, if you're not, you're not, you know, whatever. But that's what it does. That's why I want it. Makes the truck feel 100 times better. Makes it feel like it should, particularly if you drive a manual. Oh my God, the difference between a non-pedal commander equipped manual and one with the manual, I know, I had one. It's amazing. I don't know. Michael says, hi Rob. Hey Michael, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. That's it for the comments. I've been on here over half an hour. You guys are probably done looking at me and listening to me talk, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. Again, if you wanna know the full scoop or breadth of the attack, make sure you watch the live once it reposts up on the stream. Thanks for everybody that's been on. Michael says, Rob, wait a minute, we got a couple late breaking comments. Michael says, Rob, I saw something that it could cause problems down the RF. I just saw something well, don't believe everything you see on the web. I'm a real person. I have one, and I'm telling you all that stuff is BS, all right? Uno says, Rob, I'm definitely making your gray taco lift and wheel setup my own soon. You'll love it. I currently have a 265-70. Think my taco would look great with a 265-75 R16. Take care, brother. Absolutely. It's a great setup. Never had any issues with it, other than the installer that forgot to tighten down my brake caliper on the passenger side, but that had nothing to do with the lift or the shocks. Ed F says, Fred, that is not how it works. Michael Road. Michael, thank you for doing these lives. You're welcome. Again, thanks to everybody for being on. Have a safe and happy holiday weekend, and we shall see you next time on the web.